Hey guys, Shiragi here with another Ace video. As far as the deck list goes, no changes from the last one. Just wanted to showcase a few different matchups. The only card I think at this point, there's been a few suggestions that I have liked and I think are interesting. I think the only one I'm leaning towards actually teching in is the OP02 Ace, the 7 cost, this one. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to take out in place of it. It might be that I drop one of these distorted future counter events. It could be that I drop one Zoro and tech in one or two of these guys. Not really sure. Let me know what you guys run on your lists, but this card does seem pretty good and it does have a manga, so although it is block 1, it does not rotate. But other than that, I think that is everything as far as the deck list goes. It feels pretty good. I've had a lot of success with it overall, and it's what I'll be taking to my store championships in the coming weeks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of those matchups. Alright, so we've got Lucy as our matchup here. We're going first. Hand looks okay. I think we'll just go ahead and keep this. We have a Searcher, we have the Marco if we need it. So I think this should be okay. Roger, we kind of don't really need. Yamato might be a good option, Zoro might be a good option. I think I'm leaning towards this guy, so we'll grab him and we'll pass. Since we do have another copy of Roger in our deck somewhere, hopefully we find it before we absolutely need it. Maybe a little bit greedy grabbing the Zoro, but I think we can stall long enough and we have enough draw power that we should see that second copy sooner than later. And so here, normally I would swing with this. I think in this case, I won't. So let's just do a search. Cycle a little bit. We can pitch one of these Marcos since we have an Atmos now if they do play a Cavendish. And we'll just swing 8 to lead here. They do get a trigger though. And they find a Rebecca Searcher / blocker. We'll go ahead and pass there. Next turn we'll either play the Atmos or the Marco here. Potentially a Yamato, I guess, if we draw into it, which is not super likely. It does play the Cavendish, so definitely the Marco, or the Atmos rather, coming out here. We'll swing 7 to leader. Gives us 2 cards. We'll play Atmos, we'll show the Marco, and then a new gate here. We'll bounce this, and we'll pass. So the Atmos coming in right on time, right when we needed it. Pretty nice. Next turn, depending on what he does, we could also play a Jozu. I'm wondering if he just... okay. So it does that, that's fine. So we can just double bounce our Searchers and just swing 7. So we're the 5, only 5 cards in hand. Let's take that one. We'll swing 7. We'll play our Jozu, bouncing both our Searchers back. No reason to try to bounce anything here since he has Leo. He can bottom deck the Bello Betty to protect. So we should be good. We'll go ahead and pass there, having 2 bodies developed. And at 8 Dawn, he could play something like Bari Pistol, minus power of the Jozu. So I think we actually do want to defend this. I normally wouldn't do that. But I think in this case, just to make sure we have at least 1 body to play out next turn, that is the right thing to do. Buffs up to an 8k. Have to trash some cards to get this out of the way, which we don't love, but can't really do anything about, so... And is that just permanent until the end of your opponent's next turn? So do we actually defend this? I don't think so. I think that's too expensive now. Let's get a search, see if we find an event or the stage. Yeah, no, the event. We'll grab a Zoro here, probably end up needing it later on. I think this placement's a little better. Well, here we'll buff. I want to clear the Cavendish if I can. Will he let me? I'm not sure. Nothing else, I guess we do get a blocker out of the way. We'll get Rush, we'll swing into the Cavendish. Gives us that block, we'll go ahead and pass. So no luck on the search, no stage, but I think becoming an 8k lead in either case is not bad. So I'm fine with this. We have 2 bodies here. Should be able to keep at least one of them for the next turn, and we'll see what happens here. Plays a second Sabo blocker. Gets the double attack and plus 3000 power. So we'll probably want to defend this one. Minus his power, the Zoro here. Can we defend it? I think we defend at least one, just that one of these bigger swings goes into it instead. So I'm fine just giving a 1k here. Because this double attack defense will be pretty annoying. I don't really want to go down to 1 life already, especially not having the Roger in hand yet. Hopefully coming in sooner than later, but we're not quite there. Well, I guess we could just stall another turn with the Zoro, become an 8k lead. That is an option. Is it the right option? I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna put your double attack here, I'm fine just taking this. Plays another blocker, maybe just keeps this active then. That works. So I think I do want to become an 8k lead one way or another. Let's do one more search, see if we find that stage. We don't. We do have a 2k, we do have the new gate as well. So I think we'll just grab this guy. We'll play Zoro, we'll buff. We'll get character rush, we'll swing 9 into 6, asking for 2 cards or a block in 1 card. Let's swing 8. Then we'll swing 9. Gives us that block, we'll go ahead and pass. So definitely want to get one of these guys out sooner than later, but I think just because his board is pretty wide, maybe this is the better option. So buffs here, debuffs the Zoro, so this guy's probably dead. When I say probably, he is dead. So we want to defend this. He has 3 swings to go. Minus is this now, so we're just losing everything. It's not great. And we should be due for there we are. Okay. So let's do that. We'll buff, we'll go here. We'll buff, we'll buff. Go ahead and swing 5 to leader. Uses a block here, we'll swing 10. 2k on top, works for me. We'll go ahead and pass. Six into 2 is okay, but Jesus, Cavendish card is pretty tough. I guess we're not getting a block this time around. We don't have a body at all this time around. Swings 8s. We'll give a 1k here. See if we can get another stage going. We don't, and we see the second Roger here, which is pretty bad. Let's grab the Atmos. We'll do one more search. Finally see one of these guys. So let's go ahead and use that. Here, we'll take life. Get a Roger. And I don't think we'll need this anymore. No point in attaching anything else. We'll swing 10 to 5, asking for a 2k here. And we'll pass. Can we get a body to stick? Can we do it? Can it be done? I guess not. Okay. That's fine, I don't want them anyways. Yamato might be good. I think we need some sort of body. 1k here. And only 11 cards in hand, so... Can we stall long enough to just have him deck out, maybe? Don't really want to, that seems super annoying, but... That's... Here, we'll go here, we'll buff. Let's do a search. Pitch one of these. Do I die to Roger? I don't think I do. So we could swing face, potentially. So do we swing 10 into one of these? 9, 10. I could draw one of the counter events as well. I think we'd be coming up on it if we're seeing the Roger again. So maybe just 9 and then 9 face. See, not too many 2Ks from him. Gives us a couple there. Yeah, I think we swing 9 to face here, asking for a few cards, or just to take him down to 0 life. If he does play out a Roger, we don't die. So I think this is fine. We'll go ahead and pass. I guess it depends on how many events he has here. He could do a big swing with his leader, but I think that's very, very costly. Because we're an AK, which makes it a little safe. It'd be 2k, 2k. We take a 13, and then we'll be good for the rest of it. So let's pop this, bottom deck this. And here we'll give a 2k and a 1k. So resting the blockers as well and using that Dawn tells me he is just going to try to go for game. I don't see why he wouldn't. He's searching. I'm not sure what he's looking for. Maybe another blocker. Does find one. Hopefully the event that he plays alongside it is not too punishing. Swings 10. What's the biggest swing he can do? Like a big 12 plus events. I think we have to counter out of this. 2k, 1k. Yeah, it's just that final Lucy swing that can be a little scary. So I'm not sure how many events he has in hand. He's used quite a few, but I'm sure he has quite a few more. So what do I think his swing is? 7 plus 1,000 for every... Do I think he swings bigger than that? I don't think so. So I think we can actually take this quite safely. We have 2k, 2k, 2k. 15. So we can probably counter out of like a 15. Right now we can counter out of 13. I think it'd be bigger than that, and we get a bunch of counter here, which is super nice. Okay, what do you have, my friend? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, so we are good. We don't even need to spend that Roger. And 2k. So we do end up taking it, a bit of a grinder it looks like, but we should be good here. Zoro's came in pretty clutch, letting me stay at an 8k for a long time. He ended up just trying to clear my board instead of swinging, which I guess is fair. I think he probably could have been a bit more aggressive with these sabos. Maybe the logic is he didn't have any more to play out. He saw one at the end there with the search. I thought he was going to end up playing that out instead, but maybe he was thinking if I had Roger, then there's no point. So I will wait and see what he ends up doing here. Hopefully just pass this so we can close out, but if we're stuck here waiting 8 minutes, I guess that's the thing too. Super lame. Guy's name is Wholesome something, but this is not a very wholesome experience, I will say. Maybe I rate GG, he just concedes. There we go, we end up taking the win versus Lucy. Let's go! Let's go! Took a break after that Lucy game because what even was that? Now we're going against Enel. We're going second. Hand looks okay. We have the bounce. We have a search. I think we'll go ahead and keep this. Obviously missing the 8-turn combo with the new gate and events. But hopefully we find it along the way. Plenty of searches prior to that, and with the Garp being here, we'll definitely pick him up. We'll grab a new gate here. And do we want to do one more search? I think we do. We'll pitch out. Do we want to be greedy here? We'll pitch the Zoro, we'll go ahead and pass. Maybe I shouldn't have done that second search after all. Either way, we do have our next turns mapped out. But I guess, no, I think this was better, because this way I'll still have a body to bounce back with the Jozu, and I can still swing with the Garp here, so it's not bad. This is a little bad though. We'll pitch out this Thatch. Yeah, it doesn't really want to give me the... Doesn't want to give it up for free, which is okay. I think there's no sense in clearing this one when these are going to be higher priority targets. Or do we want to just clear them anyways? This doesn't do anything. Rather save the swings for this, maybe get closer to lethal if anything. Granted, we're quite a ways away from that, but I think that makes sense in my head. We'll play the Marco and we'll pass. We can just focus our swings next turn on these two. And then we can bounce... Well, I guess we're not bouncing anything at this point. So then maybe we look at alternative lines here. No Holly, which I guess is fine with us. This will end up getting rested. Maybe frozen as well, not sure. Yep, that's fine. I guess if we find a boa, that would be pretty nice here. And honestly, I'll just take this one. We'll pitch this. Maybe the Jozu was a better pitch, because I could have played Yamato, played the Garp, and then still swung 7 here. I think that was better. I should have thought about it a little bit more. Because at this point, yeah, this isn't going to do anything. I guess let's go ahead and search here. We see a new gate. We see a few other things. I think we'll just grab him. Switch here. And I do want to start clearing these. We'll just swing 7 into it. Play our Marco and we'll pass. So would love to use this Marco blocker, get some additional card draw. Will he let me? I'm not sure. Depends on what events he has in hand, what he wants to do. But finding the event here would be super, super nice. Have not seen it so far. And yeah, this Yamato Garb combo would have been a lot nicer than the Marco is. That's alright. Swings 8. We'll just take the block here. I'm okay with that. No luck on the search. We'll give a 2K and a 1K. I'd like to keep this alive. I'd like it to restand. I don't know if that second part will be met, but it would be nice. Okay, so we do end up losing that one. Okay, that is fine. This is not as fine, but I don't have a choice here. I think think we just go ahead and play the new gate, take a life, pop here, pitch the event. Can we swing 2 into 2? Will he let me? Maybe not. Not for free. We'll swing here. I guess at this point we're just committed to the starve strategy. We have Boa next turn, could freeze bottom deck. If we see a Zoro, that would be pretty nice as well. I'm guessing at this point we'll be seeing a few Enels start coming out. Only seen events in Holly so far, so should be on the way for sure. I will not fall for that one, my friend. And a 2k. Because he can still attach and swing really big with the Enel here. Don't really want to deal with that. If he swings it to life, that'd be one thing, but if he's swinging into the new gate, that would feel really, really bad. Doing plus cost, I guess just drawing cards with that. Just block and give a 1k here. So this is 6 Dawn, we'll have 4 left over. Maybe we play out one of these Utas. I think we do want to do that. So we'll swing 8 first. Should just take at 4 life. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. We'll freeze, we'll bottom deck. Can we swing into this? Do we want to swing into it? I think we try. Asking for 2 cards or a block here. And getting rid of these events in any case is still pretty good in my book. So we'll do that, we'll pass. Next turn, probably playing out the new gate unless we see a Zoro. Let's go ahead and do Divine Departure. I think we just counter out of this swing, and then if he swings with the Sanji, we can just block it entirely. Ooh, but he ends up freezing it instead, so that is pretty annoying. And at 4k and a 10, I think we have to just take that. Block here. Play new gate, pitching out here. We'll swing 8 into 6. Gives us that. We'll swing 10 into 5. And we'll pass. So Zoro next turn is the most likely scenario here. Plays out a second Enel, which is okay. Because we can play Zoro, play a blocker, swing into this. We can try to swing into it, I guess. Or maybe we just focus face and try to close out that way. Maybe better. If he swings into bow, we do have to give. If it's to face, I think we counter outs. Or I think we take face. If it's this, we just take that as well. I think this is too steep of a cost for me to pay right now. Only 4 cards in hand. I think just trying to decide on his side as well what he wants to do. And here, yeah, we'll just go ahead and take that. Here we'll buff, we'll get rush. Let's just swing 10 into 10. We'll swing 9 to face. We'll do 1 search. We find a Jozu, which I think will be our best bet here. Or maybe we just grab the Newgate since we want to cycle anyways, if we need to. I think we'll grab the Newgate here. And we'll just go ahead and pass. If we can keep this alive, there is potential to try to close out the game next turn, or maybe the turn after that. But 6 cards in hand, we have 2 bodies, and the leader to swing with is not guaranteed just yet. But if some of these keep trickling in, or if we see a Roger when he plays out a blocker Enel, maybe that's our window to go. But I think us closing out the game with Roger, if he does play the blocker out, is contingent on keeping the Zoro alive. If he ends up dying, then it is much, much harder. Let's see, I pitched out 3 events, so I do have 1 more potentially waiting. Will we see it in time? I'm not sure. But we could rip life if we do find it, become an AK lead, stall a turn that way. Then we'll have 2 12k swings and the Zoro potentially here. So here we'll give a 2k, 1k. Again, could swing big with Rested Dawn later on. Definitely something I'd want to avoid. If he swings here, do we defend? Maybe not. It is a little scary. 14. Most he can swing 7 after that. Let's use this. What do we find? I think we do block this after all. I think it's very, very necessary to keep this up. Maybe I end up regretting that, but for now, I'm okay with it. Have we seen any Marcos? We've seen 2. We have 2 more. 18 cards in the deck. Is this a better play? We see a Marco or a blocker, yes. If not, then no. So then maybe we just play this anyways. Would have been pretty nice. That's fine. So we'll swing here, attach here. We'll swing 8 to leader. Let's swing 11 here. Counterintuitive since we would have to go through another life here, but we'll probably end up going down to 0 anyways. Gives us the block. And we'll go ahead and pass. 2 blockers up, 2 cards in hand, 1 life. Can we close out from here? Maybe. Another Zoro would be nice. Roger, if we go down to 0, would also be pretty nice. Will either of those things happen? I don't know. But it would be cool. He's looking here. What does he find? Finds a gamma knife. So this is super dead. I think that's fair to say. And we should be due for a Roger. Maybe even in this top life. And a 12, 12, 13 should close it. Okay. Swings pretty big into something. Into life is okay. We'll take that. We see the Rogers. We are down to 0, so he is activated. From here, it's a matter of what can we keep alive while still being able to swing next turn and not die. But I don't hate this position. $13, we'll pitch and block. And yeah, we end up taking a bit of a grinder, but ace over Enel. Alright, up against McDonald's Bonney, we are going first. Later hands look super nice, but I don't think we have enough early game, so we'll go ahead and mulligan this. This is not any better. We'll go ahead and pass here. Maybe should have kept the other one anyways. Who knows? Greedy, greedy, greedy. We'll swing 9. We probably have just swung whatever. I know Bonney likes to get low on life anyways, but in any case, here we are. I guess if he plays a 4-drop here, I can just bounce it with Atmos, so it's not terrible. And if it's a big swing, we can just take that and maybe we get something more valuable to play out. Swing 7. Am I scared of anything? I don't think so. I think we just go ahead and take this, see what we end up drawing. We'll swing 6. Then I can Ezo search. I don't know if this is like a setup for life or anything. Gets the card draw. We'll search. We don't see the one we were hoping to find. We were looking for the blocker Marco. But I think in this case we'll grab the King Do. Pretty bricked. Jozu would be nice, but I think at this point it's not super necessary. I can just play Boa as well. We'll play this out just to have a body out on the field, and we'll pass. So next couple turns, I could potentially play the Zoro. Could play the Boa. Did have the Nami, so it was good that we ended up taking that life. Not always guaranteed with these lists, but pretty good chance. So I think we'll just counter out here. Leaves the Dawn up for something. Not sure what they're fishing for, if anything. We'll swing 5. Could play out the Zoro. I think I'm okay just waiting a turn for it. We'll swing 7 here. Asking for 1 card. We'll play Boa. Maybe I guess that Jozu would have been nice about now. And we'll go ahead and pass. Swing 7 into 6, which I don't think I would personally do, but we are perfectly fine with that. Could just rush in and kill this if he wants to be my guest. Is a 9k leader now, so I think we want to just try to clear this if we can. We'll play Newgate, we'll take life, we'll go here, we can pitch a search, we'll buff and we'll buff. And I think we'll go ahead and use this, minus 3k power. Both of these are 10 swings, so we'll just go ahead and swing 10 into 6 here. Should just give it up. I think there's no reason to do anything else. But if he wants to give me a bunch of cards, I am more than happy with that outcome as well. Just give it up, so we'll just be swinging 10 into 9, which is at least a 2k counter. Which I'm pretty okay with. Gives us 2 1ks. We'll go ahead and pass. That is pretty telling. Plays Luffy. On play becomes a blocker, buffs leader, pretty annoying. So what does that mean for us? I think we just stack the Newgates. I think I'm okay just doing this. Cheer. Is it worth swinging at all? Maybe. Maybe not. I think we'll just pass. Now I'm trying to think if this Bonney runs Roger. I believe they do. I don't see why they wouldn't. But they may be afraid of a Roger on my side, so maybe a little more hesitant. Okay, ends up just healing, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so this is no longer a blocker, just a big body, 12k. I think we grab this buff. We don't need to get the rush on it. We'll swing 10 into 7, see if he gives a block, or maybe some counter, maybe just takes the life. Either way, we do look like we're in a pretty good spot here. Does go down to 0. Are we in danger of dying on our side? I don't think so. Do I want to swing these? I don't think so. We'll go ahead and pass. So we have a bunch of counter in hand. They're at 0 life. Probably heal at least 1. Okay, just go for the attempted lethal here. Do they have a surprise I don't know about? I don't think so. I'm okay going down to 0 just so that they don't swing into the boa. See if we can find our own Roger. We don't. But that is okay. Go here, then we can give a 2k and a 2k. And yeah, we end up taking that. I think it was pretty guaranteed. Next turn I would have just played Jozu, bounce the blocker. Well, I guess we could have just swung 9 first, bounce Zoro, bounce the blocker, and then 12, 12, 12, whatever this is left, and that should do it either way. We end up taking that versus McDonald's Bonney. Alright, that is it for the video. Hopefully this was helpful. Any feedback that you guys have as far as what I've done throughout the games, deck lists, just anything in general. If you think just my video sucked, that's totally fine too. But I guess if you're at this point, maybe you don't feel that way. So if you're here, I appreciate the time, and as always, I hope we catch you in the next one.